Hello, 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 my friends. Caitlin here. And how do you deal with feeling exhausted all the time? So this is a subscriber question and it comes from Michelle, and I'm assuming that maybe she is asking this because she's seen my chronic illness video, which I made 2 years ago. Chronic illness is not necessarily what I talk about all the time on my channel, but it is something that I deal with. And this question kind of resonated with me because I feel like it's getting at the heart of chronic fatigue, which is definitely something that I have as a symptom of my illness. So as a refresher, in case you haven't seen that video or it's been a while, hi, I'm Caitlin. I have an unidentified autoimmune disorder. Doctors know that something is wrong with me and something is wrong with my dad. We have very similar symptoms, but they can't quite pinpoint exactly what it is. And one of the symptoms of that is chronic fatigue. Just as a side note, in case you're watching this and you're wondering, what is chronic fatigue? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's extreme exhaustion. It's being sleepy all the time, but unable to feel rested even when you do sleep. It can involve pain and brain fog. It's not a fun thing. So how do I deal with chronic fatigue? And if you have chronic fatigue and you're watching this video and you're just like at the end of your rope, what do you do? So the first thing I've learned with years of dealing with chronic fatigue is to be gentle with yourself. When I first started feeling really sick and I would just like work all day and I would come home and essentially just collapse and nap until like 8 o'clock, get up and eat a little bit of dinner, and then just go right back to sleep. And I was still exhausted the next day. I felt really angry with myself that I wanted to sleep all the time, I could sleep all the time, and yet still just never felt rested. I just felt like I was wasting all of this time. So the biggest thing for me was that I had to learn to not feel guilty. If I was exhausted and needed to take a nap, then I would take a nap. It's also meant that I've had to be more thoughtful when it's come to big physical exertions. Like if I travel or if I know I'm gonna be, say, at a theme park all day, so I'm gonna be walking around a lot, I have to plan for those situations and try to get as much rest as I can beforehand, but especially afterward, to accept that I'm probably going to be dead tired. I've really taken that to heart this year because every time I have traveled, I have made sure that the day after I get back, I don't go back to work. I stay in, I sleep late, I go to the grocery store and try to get good healthy foods. I try to get enough water, just taking care of myself physically. I used to would travel and I would immediately go back to work the next day. And I'm fortunately in a place right now where I have a lot of paid time off, so I can take time off, and I'm learning that I should take that time if I can. So yes, be gentle with yourself. Accept that you have chronic fatigue, and that means you're going to need more time to rest than your average person. The second thing, and actually it probably should have been the first thing, but it's to talk to your doctor. So first of all, make sure that your doctor has diagnosed you with chronic fatigue because there are other underlying issues that could be causing you to be exhausted, and you want to make sure that those aren't the problem. So when I first went to the doctor and they were doing all kinds of tests, one thing that they did determine is that I had a low vitamin D level, and that can cause fatigue. So I got on a vitamin D supplement and I was on a sleep aid for a little while. And so all of that helped me to get better sleep at night, and that did alleviate some of my fatigue. But basically, I do want to encourage you to talk to your doctor and make sure that you're getting the best possible sleep that you can. And the third thing that I had to accept was that it's okay to ask for help. And in fact, it's better if you do. So this is just to say that you need to tell the people in your life what you're dealing with. It can be hard when you don't have a set diagnosis to tell people that you are sick and try to describe some of your symptoms, because people try to diagnose you themselves. They'll give you your, oh, well, are you eating this thing, or are you doing this exercise? This'll fix you right up. I know that's really frustrating. And there are definitely gonna be people who it's just, there's no point in telling them anything. But hopefully you have at least some people in your life who you can talk to this about. because you need people who are in your corner and can help you. Maybe someone could help you with the kind of chores that can back up when you're going through a really exhausted phase, like laundry or dishes, or just having a friend that's very mindful of how your energy levels are different when hanging out and can advocate for you. Two last thoughts that didn't really go into particular points, but I just feel like are useful in the chronic fatigue world. Cats are really great because they nap all the time, usually, and they help you feel not super guilty if you do need to have a day where you're just like sick all day and have to nap, because they'll nap with you. And personally, I'm pretty anti-caffeine. I know there are a lot of people who like cannot function without caffeine, but I found that while it may give me sort of an immediate boost in the moment, I usually just end up feeling worse afterward, and then I can't sleep that night. And so then it just kind of starts this cycle of bad sleep, needing caffeine, just over and over. But again, don't roast me. That's just like totally a personal opinion. Thanks again to Michelle for the subscriber question. If you have a question or an idea that you'd like me to make into a video, then make sure to fill out this super easy form over on my website. Plus, down in the comments, I would love to hear about your chronic fatigue experiences. And if you're not already, make sure that you're subscribed and you hit that notification bell so you know exactly when there's another video. And remember that you can check me out on all these other social media sites. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye.